Ladies and gentlemen, we got a show for you guys today. Be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. You already know who it is. It's your boy Reggie. So if you guys don't know who Jason Whitlock is, man, he used to work for Fox Sports, but he's doing his own show now on YouTube, and he has been talking really spicy about Deion Sanders ever since he became the head coach at Colorado, and it appears as if Stephen A. Smith has finally had enough.
I can already the comments, oh, Whitlock just hates Deion. I don't hate Deion. I really don't. He just needs to be confronted with the truth of what it is he's doing. Leave God out of it, and then accept responsibility for what it is you're doing. You've put your kids in harm's way. Think Deion's gonna play either one of his boys 2 ways, 120 plays a game? Think he's gonna do that? But Travis Hunter, yeah, let's run him out there like a rented mule. And then when he does take a hit and get hurt, hey, let's throw him back out there both ways for the rest of the second quarter. Because you know what? The rigged up media that worships and kiss my rear end, they're going to blame Henry Blackburn. No one's going to question me.
Now, there's a lot of people out there that want me to address other names. There's one particular person who will remain nameless, and I will not deny it. I think he's a fat, no-good bastard who I despise to the core. But it doesn't mean that I wish him harm. It just means I know what he is. That is not Marcellus Wiley I'm talking about.
Nope.
It ain't hard to figure out who the hell I'm talking about. But even then, I wish him no harm. Even though he has made a career out of maligning and ridiculing and trying to wish others the worst. I'm where I'm at. That particular individual is where he's at. And I'll leave it at that. And no, I'm not talking about Marcellus Wiley again. No, I'm not talking about my former colleague on First Take. No, I'm not talking about them. They ain't fat bastards who are seeds of the devil. Wishing nothing but black folks harm. But I'll leave that for another day, for when the time is right.
So you guys just heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say. I believe he came to the defense of Deion Sanders when he went in on Jason Whitlock in that clip I just played you guys from earlier today on his show, The Stephen A. Smith Show. But this is not the only beef that Stephen A. Smith is currently engaged in. If you guys don't know, Marcellus Wiley, who used to be on ESPN, he has been going at Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith was really out here talking crazy about his former co-host of the show First Take, Max Kellerman. Now, if you guys don't know, Marcellus Wiley and Max Kellerman, they used to have a radio show together back in the day. These guys are really good friends, and this is what Marcellus Wiley had to say about Stephen A. Smith.
Let me throw on my pads and address this situation. Stephen A. wanted Max for a very specific reason. He wanted Max first because he was white. The show wanted Max to speak for white America. That would allow Stephen A. get to speak for black America. Now, here's the problem. Stephen A. realized quickly that he was dealing with a whole different animal, especially on black issues, especially on societal issues, because Max Kellerman is not only a historian, but the dude is a bona fide genius. And Stephen A. Smith has admitted many a times how he had his own learning disabilities. It's an insecurity for Stephen A. And that's what happened. This all started from a guy who was so intelligent, it brought back some of those insecurities from Stephen A. And a guy who would not back down on those issues and actually outshine Stephen A. in the same issues that he wanted to conquer so that he could not only be the king, but also the voice of the people. Stephen A. felt threatened.
So you guys heard what Marcellus Wiley had to say, right? He said that Stephen A. Smith pretty much felt threatened by Max Kellerman on First Take, and that's why he had to get Max Kellerman off of the show. Now, do I agree with that? I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I really didn't care that Stephen A. Smith wanted Max Kellerman gone for the simple fact that it was Stephen A. Smith's show before Max Kellerman. Stephen A. Smith was the A side of the show. I did like Max, but like I said, black people get fired every day. Nobody cares, right? The only thing that I was a little bit not cool with was the fact that it did seem like he was talking about it excessively. You never kick a man when he's down. As you all know, Max Kellerman was fired from ESPN. We've seen really nothing of him since. So I thought that was wrong from Stephen A. Smith, but that was really it. Now, Stephen A. Smith, like I said, he took to his show, and this is what he had to say about Marcellus Wiley.
My only disappointment in Marcellus Wiley was what he said. To be in the year 2023 and to accuse a black man of being scared of the intelligence of another black man. If I saw him, the only thing that I would say to him is, bro, really? That's what we doing now? A black man is scared of the intelligence of a white dude? Really? In the year 2023, we gonna say something like that? Because I can assure you, I ain't scared of nobody. Not when it comes to intellect. You know why I'm not scared? Because either I'm just as smart, if not smarter, or I learn from their intelligence and it makes me more intelligent. So I'm always winning. I'm always winning.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I got on this show. Do me a favor though, come into the comments down below and let me know what you think about these beefs that Stephen A. Smith is involved in, right, on these YouTube streets. I mean, he fell out with Max Kellerman. He's, going back and forth with Marcellus Wiley, and he completely ripped Jason Whitlock in defense of Deion Sanders, man. So, like I said, that's really all I got. Let me know what you guys think. I will catch you guys on the next one. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.
Now, there's a lot of people out there that want me to address other names. There's one particular person who will remain nameless, and I will not deny it. I think he's a fat, no-good bastard who I despise to the core. But it doesn't mean that I wish him harm. It just means I know what he is. That is not Marcellus Wiley I'm talking about. It ain't hard to figure out who the hell I'm talking about.